Hello guys, so I was about to record a new video about this new project I'm doing, but then I realized I had not updated you on M.A.R.K. I finished that a while ago actually. I believe I finished that. It was not the second. I think, oh, maybe it was the second. Yeah, so I believe I finished this project on the second, and it worked. I finished it because I made it and it worked and there was nothing else to make for it. And I was going to continue to add the voice part, but I was very content with the result of what I had made because I had learned a lot. And in the end, I was at that point I was pretty bored of the project by then, and I had finished it, so I figured let's end on a high note. For some reason, it's throwing an error. I'm not sure why though, because when last time I ran the program, it was working perfectly. But as you can see, it does have the shutdown hook feature, and it's working. That's working perfectly because when it throws an error, it shuts down and it terminates and successfully shuts down properly by terminating all the programs uh, so that it doesn't create a bug or so that it doesn't corrupt any files, right, or any data. So right now it's saying that it cannot plugin.read.equals because that message is null. Desktop messenger. Let's see if I look in yeah, okay, so the plugin received this successfully, so it's just a problem with the plugin. That's not my problem. But anyways, I did finish it, and instead of showing off the plugin and what it does, which is pretty boring, I think the point really wasn't the plugin and the end result. It was more about learning, and I did that very well in this project. I learned how to create directories with code and add proper documentation to my project, and then add files. I learned a lot about in and out IO stuff, and with this project, I learned how to write things to files. I learned how to read things from files, but more specifically, I created my own algorithm to write on a specific line in a file, which is really difficult because when you go through multiple lines, it actually deletes the stuff. So I had to copy all of the everything from the file, and then when I needed to rewrite it up until the line that I'm editing, in which case I up I write down the appropriate line that I need to change that is modified, and then I continue writing. So I created my own algorithm to write on a specific line. I figured out how to read from specific lines, and I wrote my own method for that, and I learned how to create directories. I learned some more about the resources folder and how this works, part of Maven. I also learned how to create, or not how to create, learned how to use the pom.xml file. Um, and I learned a lot more about Maven. I learned about enums, interfaces, annotations, all stuff that I hadn't done before, and that's going to carry through. Um, it will carry through all of my other projects. I learned a lot about project structure um, with this project, with the M.A.R.K core project, and I'm going to carry that through. So I will say a little bit about the new project I'm working on. It's a game engine, another game engine. My previous game engine, Engine B, it was finished. I did finish that and everything. But I wanted to create a new I wanted to create a new game engine called M.A.R.K that would transfer all of the stuff that I've learned and concepts and knowledge that I learned from all of the projects that I've done in between since I created Engine B, because I learned a lot. I've learned a lot since then, and reapply it, and then hopefully make the engine better. A lot more user friendly, that's for sure. And I'm so far succeeding at that. I've gotten pretty deep into the project. I haven't been recording because I really just haven't had that much time between the PACT, which I took today, a lot of math tests and quizzes, studying for stuff, studying for tests, and writing essays. I've had a lot of that. I feel like this is the time when the recording is going to slow down because I won't have enough time to create actual videos. Instead, all I will have time to do is have these little short moments where I can code. That's when I'm going to make my progress, and recording is just going to make that a lot slower. And in the end, if I do record, I won't get anything done. So, that's all. Hope to see you guys in the next video, which I'm about to record. See ya.